Hey everybody, SolarWarlock coming to you guys with part 2 of Spyro the Dragon, aka Spyro Reignited Trilogy. So now, the first episode recorded nice, you could hear some of the game audio in the background. I know it's kind of muffled and stuff, but like I said, I only have it on so you can kind of hear the sound effects, the music, the gameplay, and stuff like that. But anyways, the audio is loud and clear, everything worked out beautifully, the quality of the video itself is really good, and there's really no, what do they call that? Latency with the recording. Like normally there's like depending on the device, there's a few milliseconds of latency. This one only has like I don't know millisecond or two of latency, which is really nice. So most of the audio that accidentally plays in the background or that picks up will actually line up with the video more so than when I streamed. And the sad part is when I would stream like Dead by Daylight on Mixer and Twitch, I had a gigabyte internet, so it was like really good internet, and we never had issues. I could download 100 gig game in like half an hour, if that. But for some reason, it always desynced, and it was probably just because I was using the console. But anyways, we have nils.
Welcome to Town Square, Spyro. Begin exploring by gliding to that area with the bulls. Use the right stick to get a good look.
That is a very tall dragon. Now, thing is here, you can actually defeat the bulls by flaming them or charging them, but you have to get them stuck for the skill point. So what we want to do is do that and then not accidentally flame them. I did test it when I was just having a fun playthrough with my niece. You don't actually kill them if you charge them again, nor do you get them unstuck. So you don't have to worry about running into them if you're charging, but you do have to worry about flaming them. And there are going to be a few enemies that you either want to flame or charge to get rid of, so just be careful. Also, there's 200 gems, 4 dragons, and an egg. So technically the biggest level yet. Like, well, I guess not the biggest level, but it is technically bigger than Stone Hill if you want to go with like length of level. So yeah. Anyways, we have the second dragon, Devlin, Duke Devlin from Yu-Gi-Oh. Oh, cake.
Spyro. I have the worst itch on the tip of my knee. Did you know that you get your longest ride by pressing which button at the very top of your jump?
Cool story. Also, I'm tired of hearing like my mic's cord like not rattling, pushing into my like clothing. I can hear it because I'm not getting audio through my headset. I'm only using it as a mic because for some reason it doesn't pick up the audio from my game, like I said. But I'm just tired of hearing it go. I believe these should be all the bulls, right? Also, Matador dude. Oh wait, no. There's one at the very end of the level. You can on the way back come and like kill them all if you really want to. Yeah, there's one up there at the very end of the level. This is technically the last dragon, so we'll grab him last because this level loops around. Most levels in Spyro tend to loop, or you unlock a pathway to, get a shortcut. Now, this guy, you want to try and get him right away, because thieves tend to have weird pathways. There we go. Also, these gems here are really easy to miss, but like I showed you, we do have the gem tracking tool, so you shouldn't have any issues. And we're going to go back here and make sure we collect everything that we potentially missed before continuing on. Because we should find the last of the gems over this way. Now just making sure we didn't leave any to the left. And bada boom, here's some more gems. Yeah, see, we started finding a lot more big gems. Oh, that's something I actually forgot to go over in the first episode. Red gems are 1, green gems are 2, blue gems are 5, gold gems are 10, and purple gems are 25. Funny how they jump up from 10 to 25. But it's like real currency, you know? You usually have like $1, then you have the $5, two, well, two. I guess it's more based on Canadian currency, because two. Anyways, we have Thor. I believe this guy doesn't really have any lines. No, actually, in this game they changed it.
Thank you for releasing me, Spyro. You can always check your progress by accessing the guidebook in the pause menu.
In the original game, he just said thank you for releasing me. All the cool name dragons like Thor and all those, they literally only said thank you for releasing me. Anyways, we have Elvar.
Spyro, did you see a man dressed in blue running around here? He's a thief, and he's stolen a dragon egg. You've got to track him down and get that egg. Run, run!
So even with my pausing to talk, 5 minute level. Like I said, a lot of these levels in this game really aren't that long. Later games they get longer, but there's less levels. Or well, not really less levels, but less worlds. Because this game has Artisan, Peacekeeper, Magic Crafter, Beast Maker, Dream Weaver, and then Nasty North. So there's 6 worlds. And then in the next game there's 3, and then in the third game there's only 4. But in the second game, World 1 has quite a few levels, but World 2 has like a ton. Now, to find the speedway, you have to come over to these magical rocks. Now, what you want to do is you want to jump on each one. Now, in the original game, they didn't glow notifying you that you stepped on each of them. But yeah. Also, this sounded way cooler when you opened it in the original. But anyways, let's do our first speedway level, Sunny Flight. I'm not a big fan of speedway levels, but whatever. Also, in the loading screens of this game, you can actually go up by or down by pushing up and down, up by pushing down, and then flame, and then I believe you can also spin. You can do that in all 3 of these games too. You couldn't do that in the original, by the way. Also, the background, like for the loading screen in the originals, were a lot more unique. Now, what you have to do is you have to beat this within the time limit. Now, a lot of the uh, trophies either required you to like do obscure objectives here or beat things within like a very strict time limit. Oh wait, no, never mind. It's the second game's skill points that require you to beat it within a time limit. It wasn't the trophies. Now you got these little Nork pilots. They're literally just called Nork pilots. I think we may have screwed up. I really feel like I keep screwing up because I keep like getting distracted. Oh, there's only 1 left. For some reason I thought there was 2, which was causing me to like get paranoid and keep looking around like more and more for more than just the one guy. But we might be able to beat it. Like these sometimes can be forgiving. Honestly, in my opinion, the first game, or not the first game, the second game has the most brutal uh speedways, at least for like skill points and like finishing everything. This game, there's I think it's the third speedway that's notoriously annoying to finish. Just because like if you bump your head once or twice, you're pretty much out for the count. Also, another thing that I've noticed with these speedway levels in this remake is they're not as like detailed or unique. Like a lot of like the pictures down there would be animated or they'd be different colors or just overall more unique. In this version, they just simplified everything, which kind of sucks in a lot of things. But anyways, we beat this level. Boom, done. 3 minutes. Well, actually, not even. Took us a minute 53. Now, you don't want to click retry unless you failed, but yeah, we leave. No dragons, no eggs, only 300 gems per speedway. Though that actually does change in the uh, third game. Because in the first game and second game, they're always worth a static amount 300 in the first game, 400 in the second game. But in this game, or not in this game, in the third game, sorry, this is the first time recording videos in like, I think a year and a half, 2 years. Now, this should open up since we literally completed every other level. Now, boss levels in this game are different than the second and third game, as in they're an actual level with like a mini boss fight at the end. And that even includes the final boss of the game, which I thought was kind of cool that they're like actual levels. But the bosses in this game aren't really hard. If I had to pick a hard boss, huh, probably the second last boss. And even then, on this version, he's a lot easier than the original. Now, these are called sleeping dogs. And yeah, they're a little hard to avoid. Now, there is a trick. that I did learn from a guidebook while trying to figure something out like a long time ago for, forget what it was. Oh my god. Yeah, they're just notorious for hitting you. So try not to run away, just try to flame them, because in the original, you couldn't double flame them, but you could run away. This game you can't, so I always have that. Also, is there a skill point here? Nope. We only have a skill point in the next world. And then I believe in the next world there's only two. Yeah, one in the home world and the one in the boss. And then two in the next world, once again, one level, one boss. And then we have, once again, one level, one boss. Then three levels and the boss, and then the boss. Yeah, this is the only boss level where it says not to take, doesn't say not to take damage. Also, it's funny, you can walk through dead bodies in this game, but you can't flame through dead bodies, which is something kind of weird. I don't know if that's intended or that's just always been a thing in Spyro and kind of weird. Also, you can kind of see some cool stuff, like there's the speedway. No, wait, no, that's the dock leading out of the first level. Then you got, I believe that's Stone Hill. And there's the speedway. Wait a minute. That's Autumn Plains from Spyro 2. Weird, because that's the speedway from this world. Yeah, that's, I believe, Stonehill. That could be Artisan Plains. That's either the flight dude? I don't know. Kind of trippy now. I never noticed those before. I never actually looked at them. Like I was gonna show them to you guys because they're kind of cool, but I didn't realize that they actually show you stuff from the other games. I don't think in the original they did anything. I think it was just like pictures of like flowers. They did that because of the better graphics. Also, the water here is really cool. Another thing I really like is that water moves all the way out into the distance. So I really like that. Also, there's only one dragon here. I believe every boss level only has one dragon, except the final boss, and then Jacques has two, and one's just thank you for releasing me. But anyways, we have Nevin, Kevin's long-lost brother.
Be careful, Spyro. Toasty has many tricks up his sleeve.
Now, in the original game, Toasty is kind of cute, but they changed him. So yeah, we have an evil pumpkin Grim Reaper. Huh, that looks like a sheep. A sheep in wolf's clothing. Wolf's clothing? But they gave him like little devil spikes. Like, I don't know what that's all about, but yeah, your breath does spread out pretty far. That was weird. Actually, the skill point here, I believe, is collect all the gems. Also, this is the only level with an actual like animated cutscene for some weird reason. Anyways, we just blow these up and boom, 100%. Make sure you get level complete and then hop in the return home portal. Now, there's something funny about the last world of the game that we're going to go over once we get there. Because, yeah, it's kind of weird in the fact that you actually have to fully complete levels. Now, oh, excuse me. My dinner's trying to fight back. That or my dessert. I don't know. Oh, yeah, we need health, so. Still, it's a no death run. Like I said, that's. Those dogs, you only fight them, I believe, in that level, and they're probably the most difficult enemy in the entirety of this game. And they're in the first world. Actually, one, two, three, four. You can never count them. Anyways, we just go to this guy. I see you've been busy rescuing dragons, Spyro. You may travel to the Peacekeepers world if you like. They actually talk in this game now. They're the only characters in the original PS1 version of this game that didn't actually speak. They had a text box. So they were the very first characters in the entire Spyro series to have text boxes. Now we're going to Peacekeepers. This world is based around a desert. Now, these loading times are a little longer because you're loading up an entire hub world, and it also partially loads the other levels. So if you're wondering why it takes longer, also, for some reason, in the original game, it would actually transition the coloring of the background and have just one giant screen. Like, so it wouldn't cut there and then all of a sudden the background would change color. No, it changed by itself and then you ended up here. Now, these guys are, I forget what they're called, Scaredy Norks or something weird. Titans. So now we have like brutish dragons.
Welcome to Peacekeepers. Look how our treasure has been stolen and turned against us. Please, recover our treasure, Spyro. Collect treasure.
So each world has a task for you to complete before you can go to the next one. First one was dragons. Second one right now is, obviously gems because that's what he said. Now there is a skill point for scaring these guys into tents, but it can't be these ones. These I believe are commanders or I forget what they're called, but you can't scare them. So one of the levels we can do here is Dry Canyon, which is actually the first level and the longest level of the game, or of the world. So kind of similar to how Stonehill was. Longest level, first level. It's not always that way though. Because like the longest level of like the fourth world is... Wait, how do I... Do I have to kill one of you? Oh yeah, you have to kill one of them and then they get scared. So what you want to do... Yeah, see after they see you kill one... There we go. Now what they do is they... On the original game, they moon you. Oh, there we go. Except they don't have butt cheeks anymore. Because, more child-friendly. Because apparently mooning somebody is considered, like, risque now? I don't know. Yeah, God of War still has sex scenes in it, so I don't really know. Though, there are some other games that I plan on playing. Also, that was the most delayed kill I have ever seen in the entirety of Spyro. Like, I flamed him, and see, there's a case where Sparks refuses to pick up the gem. Clearly, you guys seen that where he literally would not pick it up. But anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, like the delay there. See these enemies? I think it's the tent kind of blocks the flame breath. No, there it is again. It's like it temporarily makes them immune, but they still took the damage from the attack. Anyways, second level you can go to here is called Clifftown. Kind of a cool level. I prefer the original though, because I don't know, something about the original of that level just seemed amazing. Anyways, we have the second dragon known as Magnus from Immortal Instruments. Or Mortal Instruments, I mean.
Hey, Spyro. Sparks the Dragonfly has been doing a good job protecting Warren. Be sure to keep him strong by Peacekeeper Lock the Butterfly.
Kind of weird to tell you that's so late, but whatever. Now, funny thing is, this level doesn't actually tell you about these cannons, and you only use these cannons 3 levels? Or is it 2? So you go up to the side, and then you push it in the direction you want, and then just push circle, and then it'll shoot. So you can break that. You can also break any kind of breakable that's within range, so we can destroy those. You can also destroy that chest. The only way to destroy these chests in this level, by the way. And then boom. Beautiful money. I always thought of it like as rock candy. Now, you remember how I said like Gateway to Glimmer is the second one? That's literally where the gems come from in the Spyro universe. Also, for some yeah, I just got knocked back. That was a little weird, but whatever. There's lots of fodder around here. Like I said, we're gonna try and not die. That doesn't mean not take damage. I can beat the game without taking damage, but that's more so when I'm like listening to music and kind of just ignoring my backgrounds. Also, he hit an invisible wall and got swerved over here. Also, in this game, Spyro can't swim, so unlike the original where they kind of made it look more like water, this game actually made it so it looks a little more intimidating. Now, this guy, I believe, tells you about the thieves again, even though we've seen okay, not half a dozen thieves. 2 thieves. Also, there's a key that we just picked up. And yeah, a lot of time you'll take damage if you try and cheese that, because when you hit the thief, it pauses you. you kind of just instantly stop in your tracks. Anyways, we have Gunner. Ooh, cool.
Well done, Spyro. Keep up the good work, and I know you'll fulfill your destiny.
Destiny? I just want to kick some.
Just toast those enemies and collect the treasure.
Okay, never mind. He actually doesn't talk to you about thieves. He literally just talks to you about fulfilling your destiny. Now, funny thing is, we didn't see a chest anywhere, did we? Oh, where could it be? Oh, it's probably over here in this mine shaft. You know, this game was never one of those games that I like had issues finding stuff as a kid. It was more that Sparks just either didn't pick it up or you didn't have Sparks at the time, and you kind of just walked over it and Spyro didn't collect it. Anyways, do we have time for another level? I think we have time for one more level. We'll make it a little longer. Turns out the recording file was only 500 megabytes, so it wasn't even a gig, and I have about 50 gigs to use for recording, so we'll go to Dry Canyon. So yeah, we'll have like, I'm trying to determine if I want to do 2 or 3 videos a day. We'll have our 2 normal Let's Play videos probably uploaded around 11 a.m. MST and 2 or 3 p.m. MST, and then we'll have like a later evening video for all of you people who are at home, and those will be like Fortnite Friday, Paladins, every like Tuesday, Thursday, stuff like that. Some free games that everybody can play, not ones that you have to buy or are thinking about buying. Just ones that we can all play along with and stuff. And if you guys want to ever add me on anything, just let me know, and we will play. Also, whenever I get a new console, like the new PlayStation or Xbox, this does record it. So yeah, we're also going to be recording the Nintendo Switch. I have to charge that because I never play it plugged in. I could not see that cannonball. I knew he shot it, but I couldn't jump in time. But yeah, we will be playing Pokemon. It's been a while since I played over Sword and Shield's story. I kind of want to play 3DS games, but I'll need a higher powered computer for that because you can't buy the capture cards anymore. You can only buy a capture card if somebody happens to have one for sale that they've already used, because they stopped making them because, you know, obviously. And there's a ton of games that I want to play for you that are on the 3DS. Like there's all the Pokemon games, because I kind of want to go through all the Pokemon games at some point. I know I've LP'd what, Gold, Yellow, and well, and Fire Red and Leaf Green, but I've also recorded like Black and White and stuff like that. So I kind of want to, you know, play Gen 6, 7, and 8. We can play 8. Also, I don't think there's a skill point here, is there? No, it's literally the boss. Yeah, this one was weird because it was the boss and the home world. The other ones are usually levels and then the boss. Anyways, we have a dragon here. I don't think he says anything. Conan, no, I believe he's just thank you for releasing me. Or thanks for releasing me.
Thank you for releasing me, Spyro.
Okay, so they added what, huh, and Spyro to the line. They did make most dragons say a little more in this game than they did in the original. Now, this level is your first one. You're going to have to do a bit of backtracking. And in this game, there's not a lot of backtracking. Neither really the third one, unless you do things out of order and then events in the game happen, and then you don't have, like, Hunter, which is a character we'll see later on. But other than that, there really is no backtracking except for the second game. Wait, no, never mind. The third game does have backtracking because the buddy system they have, where you have to unlock like buddies, which are either animals or characters that you have to unlock by freeing. And yeah, this game has no backtracking whatsoever. The only potential backtracking is trying to find the flight or the speedway in the first world. Anyways, we have Ivor with a bomb.
Is that you, Spyro? You the young dragon I've been hearing so much about? Ever since we were a wee puff of smoke, we've known that...
You've known.
I forget.
Old dragons in this game are notorious for just rambling on. See, at least the next game and the game after that, other than like the automated cutscenes, I can actually do the voices and stuff for. So those ones will be a little more hard on my throat, but I'll actually be able to read you the dialogue. Because the subtitles in here you can't really follow along with, because without the audio we really can't tell when they're going to start talking. Now, see what I mean? Like, there's little certain things like this, where you have to, come back down and then go all the way back around. Over there, don't even go over there until you find the key, because then you'll have to backtrack even more, and it's just a waste of your time. I used to do that as a kid, just to, you know... Also, these are firework crates. What you want to do is you want to flame it and then back away, because they will hurt you. And normally they actually show you either the highest value gem in it or multiple gems. So this one shows you a red gem, but I believe no, see, it's only red gems, so it was the highest value. So I think it shows you the highest value. Now, also, excuse me, bird brain, I was talking. In the original game, if you destroy one of the chests on the underside, it actually kills this guy, because I believe this guy drops a 25. Yeah, he does. Which, they change color in the next game, and then stay that color for, I believe, up until A Hero's Tale, which sadly I can't LP for you guys right now. Also, PS2 games are really hard to LP. Not because of, like, the recording software. All you need is a device that records, like, RCA. But the fact that it's just, low graphics. Like, people don't like watching lower graphic games nowadays because they've been spoiled with amazing graphics. And yeah, that really makes it so people aren't interested. Now, for the most part, I can play all the newest Nintendo games for all you Nintendo aficionados out there, so you guys can expect to see those on the channel as they release. There's not really any new ones out yet, but anyways, we have Boris. I like that guy. He kind of looks like a bull. Like, he even has the, like, the one broken horn, and then he has a cowbell around his neck. It just looks cool. Also, in the original game, if you hit those guys, you actually got knocked back. Like, for example, if you charge into a wall, that knockback, you'd have that effect. You'd kill them, but you get knocked back. Also, I'm kind of making this video drag on a lot longer by stopping and show you guys random things. Now, you're probably wondering, why do we have so many gems and dragon missing? Because you actually have to go here and then glide to the left. Yeah. And this is where we're going to find the key and the final dragon. Also my favorite dragon in the entire game. Not design-wise, but line-wise. Maximus.
Incredible drive, Spyro. I thought I'd be stuck here forever with those ugly vultures standing on my head. Those birds might look tough, but they're pretty tasty. Flame broiled, just
Sounds yummy, buddy. I don't think there's a real shortcut to this other part, but like I said, there's a lot of backtracking within this, I guess, world itself has a lot of backtracking. Because the ice carbon level that we seen when we went down into that little cave in the home world, yeah, there's backtracking with that one once again because of the key. Clifftown also has backtracking, but I don't believe it's because of, a key. Is there a key in that level? No, there's rockets. It's the rockets you have to backtrack for. Which act the same as keys, except you have to find them, light them, and then they shoot off, and then break a chest, and then you have to go and collect the gems. A lot of the time you see the chest well before you find the fireworks, so yeah, that's a thing. Anyways, we'll flame this. A lot of these games, though, I can add, like, special music to, which is going to be nice. I will actually be editing a lot more in this day and age, so people can actually, enjoy stuff. Now, for some reason, this device says it can record 4K. Now, something funny about that is most people notice that you can only top off at 30 FPS, which means it's not 4K. So anyways, we'll just leave the level, and then I'll go and stop in front of the level that we plan to do in the next episode. Anyways, 400 more gems. Now we'll be at a total of 1,600. I believe there's 12,000... 12,000 or 14,000 treasure. I always forget because the dragon at the beginning kind of is kerfuffled too and doesn't really know how many there is. And yeah, that's just a funny thing. Anyways, like I said, if you guys enjoyed this video, please remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and all these guys are back. And in the next episode, we will be heading to the level known as Cliff Town. Another really fun, beautiful level. So stay tuned, guys. Bye-bye.